Hi everyone. I'm super excited to host Bodhi Gallo, co-founder of Stryker Digital. Thanks a lot for being on the show.
Thank you for having me.
So, Bodhi, if you were to take us to your time from your teenage days till this date, what would be your career highlights?
Yeah, that's good. That's a good question to start with. Career highlights. I sold a garbage company. I used to own a garbage company in New York. I sold that company. I scaled this marketing agency to about $10 million in top line revenue within like 2.5 years. Pretty big one. Probably my two biggest allocates. One of them is just graduating college. Never thought I was actually going to go to college, to be honest with you. Went to college for marketing and social media marketing. Had two internships at marketing agencies, and just owning a marketing agency, scaling it to a pretty nice number in top line revenue has been a good allocate. And then same with buying and selling a dumpster rental business.
If there's a teenager who's interested in marketing,
Yes.
would you recommend going to college?
Not anymore. What's funny about me in marketing is like Gary Vaynerchuk is someone I followed, still listen to every single morning. And with Gary V, like I was in marketing class learning about like branding and the right colors to put on a billboard, where like Gary V was like, post on LinkedIn, post on Twitter, post on social media. So that's pretty much what I ended up doing. So
So
pretty
it's
much,
more
what I would
execution.
tell high schoolers, find someone you love and study them. Gary Vee is a good example. Alex Hormozi is a good example. Ty Lopez used to be a good example.
Yeah, all the big names.
Yes, sir.
What has been the most, I would say, challenging phase of your career, the down
Right.
point?
Right now is the most challenging phase of my career. The reason being is, like I said, we're a $10 million business now. To get from 10 million to 20 million is way different from going from 0 to 1, 1 to 2, 5 to 10. Have to get way more professionalized from the 10 to 20 million part. From 0 to 10 million, very scrappy in the trenches, getting a lot of stuff done, getting my hands dirty. Where now, toughest part of my career is having a team on a sales side to teach how to do what I do best. Our backend operations team is very good with that. But right now, toughest part for me is having other people wear a lot of the caps and do the sales side, do the marketing side of the business.
Can you share a bit about what was the mindset shift you had to do, like to work on the business and scale the business to this level? What were your some limiting beliefs?
Because right now we're at such a high level, like not a high level, but like we have about 400 clients. So if I want to go to 800 clients, like I've been taking a lot of the sales calls. The first 2 years in the business, I was taking pretty much all of the sales calls. Now I'm trying to take about half of the sales calls and eventually get to about like 35% of the sales calls. I'm still a big believer in like founder-led sales. Very important to have founder-led sales, especially to close enterprise deals. You need to be in founder-led sales. At least at my type of agency, different for companies like SEMrush, Ahrefs, stuff like that. But definitely for the agency space. So for me, it's just, like getting to about doing 35% of the sales calls and tracking the KPIs. Obviously, no one's going to be able to close as good as me. Maybe that's just an ego thing, but having about 60 to 80% of a KPI of what I would sell type of thing. If someone can do 60% of what I could do, 80%, that's a win for my team and my organization.
Nice. So finding those A players who can
Finding those
follow
A
the
players
playbook.
that also believe in our vision. That's the toughest part in the sales game. When remote sales, a lot of these guys jump from offer to offer. A lot of them have shiny object syndrome. I have one really good killer on my team right now that's all in, all bought in for our team. He's our sales manager, or will eventually become our head sales manager. It's about now getting people under him that are bought in with the vision and the goals that we were bought into.
For when you are hiring for your team company now, what is something different you practice now for a new hire versus before?
So with a new hire, what I like to is just like being bought in, being able to work. Like I like a new hire who's hungry. And he's like, with sales, we have a base and it's commission. So for me, a new hire is like someone who's willing to work 6 days a week. They don't have to work 6 days a week. Someone who's willing to work 6 days a week, but also has experience in the home service space, because we sell a lot of B2B to home service businesses like roofing, plumbers, pressure washers. So my new sales guy who just started actually Monday, he used to own a pressure washing business and he used to be a client of my company. So for him to do sales to someone else, he's like, hey, I owned a business like yours, and I also was a client of Stryker Digital. I believe in their vision, and they helped my company. We can help your company too. Framing it that way, very helpful. It's tough to get that, obviously. Not every client will have a successful business they sell, but someone that has that background is really helpful, or someone who's sold B2B marketing services is another person I'm looking for. Where my current guy was pretty homegrown, like our first sales guy on our team, we started him from zero and we've really built him out, which is great.
Yes. 3 years from now, where do you foresee Stryker Digital?
3 years from now, I'm looking to have Stryker Digital at like being one of the top home service guys in the space. Like right now, Scorpion's a pretty big home service marketing company in the space. Everyone knows about Scorpion. I want to be just like Scorpion, as in we want our company to be like known, like the McDonald's of fast food, but in the home service marketing space.
And how did you ended up in this niche? Can you take us like the first month and like your hustle phase?
There's a pretty big backstory. I discovered SEO, not local SEO. I discovered SEO in college because in college, like I was telling you, you learn all outdated 1980s marketing strategies that don't work today. So I said, okay, let me make a blog on personal finance. I love stocks. I love investing. Made a blog on personal finance, made a post about credit cards, best credit cards for college students. And I made like $5,000 from affiliates, just signing up from the credit card affiliate link. And I was like, wow, maybe I'm onto something. Like I was a broke college student, thought it was pretty cool. Was getting these credit card credits, was like, wow, this is great. And got an internship at a company learning SEO, marketing agency. Did really well, liked it a lot. Then got an internship at another company called Benjamin Moore & Co. Paint. They're a pretty big paint company Warren Buffett owns. Then I was going into my senior year of college, was like, had an opportunity to buy a dumpster rental company, and was like, wow, I could really blow this business up from what I've learned in the past years of SEO and Google Ads at these marketing internships. Blew that dumpster company up from online marketing, and was like, holy crap. I don't know if I can curse on this. I was like, holy crap. I can't believe how easy SEO is on a local level. So what I did is I was doing B2B like dumpster business, renting dumpsters to roofers, construction companies. They needed marketing. I started selling local SEO to them. Then I started posting about it on Twitter, just like I was telling you before. Gary Vee said, post about your life, post about your business online. Started posting about marketing my dumpster business on Twitter. Other home service businesses started following me, and I have not a really big following, but like 18,000 like micro niche followers on Twitter who all like are in the home service space. And my business just blew up, grew like a hockey stick. And from there on out, I was like, this is what I'm going to do with the rest of my life, or not the rest of my life, but this is what I want to do with my life, which is marketing for home services. Sold the garbage company to do this full time.
Bodhi, I must say, you make it sound so simple, like in order to build a business to like
Not simple.
10 million.
Yeah, it's not simple, and I don't have anything to sell anyone. I have a course to sell or anything. If I did, I could probably make some good money, but I don't want to go that route. I love marketing. I love B2B marketing. It's a lot of hard work. I remember when I first was starting this business, me and my partner Andy, like I would put my phone down. I would do my whole garbage company during the day. Around 6 p.m., I would eat dinner, put my phone down, leave it upstairs. I'm still living in my parents' house at the time. Left my phone upstairs. I would designate 4 hours every single night just for my marketing brand to be grown. And that's why we are where we are today, because I would designate 4 hours every single night just on this brand, on this business. And we would not be here today without putting in that work, which we still do pretty much. Like I'll still do 12-hour days.
Like your journey is like an outlier. Not all the marketing professionals
It's
can.
way different than most marketing professionals. That's why we've grown so quickly,
What's the culture of the company?
Pretty hard nosed. Like I'll compare it to like American football locker room vibes with my company. Best way to compare it is like we're all pushing each other. Our sales chat all pushes each other. I'll call it our main chat, like our CEO, CRO, co-founder, COO, like head of sales chat is very much like all challenging each other. Everyone's challenging each other to get better, because if you get better, everyone makes more money. We all make money together, So if you get better, I get better, he gets better. Everyone makes more money. Everyone's more fulfilled. Everyone's happier.
And what was the key to unlock the highest growth phase for your company?
Posting online. Posting testimonials online, and being personable. Like come from marketing, but I also was in the home service space, and I sell marketing to home service business owners. And people, like I can talk to a roofer. I know how roofers talk. I know their language. I can talk to a bathroom remodeler. I know how they talk. I know their language because I worked with them for 3 years in a garbage company. So just being able to talk to people and be like, hey, a bathroom costs $20,000. Your gross profit's probably $7,500 on that. All I need to do is get you 4 bathrooms a month for my services to be very successful on your end.
Who is framing
Yep,
and speaking their language. I see.
exactly. You could use that on your own marketing too.
I see. If someone who wants to start a business now, what would be your advice on the playbook of getting 10 customers, building service, offer, and everything?
Just a marketing business, let's say, or any
Let's
business.
start like, yeah.
I'm a big believer of before starting a business, make sure you already have 3 customers. Where I would never go into a business without knowing I have 3 customers that would buy from me my first day I open up. I'm a big believer in B2B businesses. I hate the B2C space. I love the B2B space. Someone like myself would be like, hey, let's say you're a young 18-year-old and your dad's a property manager. And as a property manager, he uses dumpster companies, junk removal companies, construction companies. Go to your dad and say, hey, I'm going to start a cold email agency and tell your clients about me. Tell your clients I'll work with them for free. And if they get good results, then they can pay me after 3 months. So something like that, work for free upfront, give value upfront. You'll always get paid down the line.
Sometimes people face on, okay, once you get like first 5 or 10 clients, and they were like, okay, how do I get myself out of the operations and delegate? So,
Yeah, I'm still deep in the operations with 400 clients, not the operations side of things, but customer facing. Like yesterday, between the hours of 11 and 12 o'clock, I had about 8 people text me, "Hey, can we talk today?" A little less now. The more like that doesn't happen as much anymore. But these guys have been clients for years. It's just a game. Like I
mm,
see too many guys. They think they can scale to 10 clients and scale themselves out of the business from there. It's really tough to do that. I don't think it's even worth delegating that early. Delegate more down the line when you have like a good safety net. Maybe at $1 million in top line revenue, really try to delegate more. But if you want to grow a big business, you need to be really hands on, in my opinion. Hire the right people, obviously, but you still have to be hands on and know what's going on in the space. Especially like I have a personal brand on Twitter. My brand is my name, and my
mm.
name represents Stryker Digital, my company. The 3 of those things need to align with each other. You're obviously going to make mistakes. Obviously, I've had people mad at me. That's the game, any business, but you need to hold yourself to like its highest level of accountability.
Any tips on determining the right pricing for the business?
It's a good question. It's tough. Start low when you're starting out, then rise. Where we used to charge $200 a month, $500 a month, $1,000 a month. We're now at $2,000 minimum. Our highest package is now at $5,000. But we started small. The more we grew as a business, the higher prices go. The reason being, working with cheap clients, cheap customers is a nightmare. The customer paying you $500, you'll hear from him way more than the guy paying you $5,000.
I see. So get the first client, work for free, build testimonial, then increase the pricing and do high value clients, high ticket.
The typical playbook. That's what we've done. It's worked very well. But at your first 10, you got to grind, man. You got to be there all day, every single day. Something that's really cool we've implemented in our company is like obviously we have account managers at this point. The first month when people work with us, they have 3 calls with the account manager. Onboarding call, 14-day call, 31-day call, because we want to work with you for a long time, not just for 1 month. So we want to build that relationship early that will last a long time.
So like even the customer service and support, they feel valued and special.
Yes, sir. That's what's most important.
What would be one answer sales masterclass you could give us for someone who is a newbie and wanna become as great as you?
Sell value. Sell value. Like, don't sell the product, sell value. When I say that, I mean like I will get you 50 leads per month. If your close rate is 50%, you'll close 25 of those leads at $2,000 a lead. Do 25,000. Do 25 times 2 and you'll get that return type of thing. Do 25 times 2,000. So selling value is most important in my opinion. If you work with me, I'll get you this many leads in this amount of time, and this will be your return on investment, your return on ad spend. When you could value it that way, people will pay you whatever you want.
What's the best piece of advice you have received?
Work harder, work smarter, not harder. And my first business partner actually taught me that in the garbage space. Work smarter, not harder. As in, like, there's times I'll be working hard on something that just doesn't make sense to delegate it out, like making a change to a Google business profile, something as small as that. It's like, no, hire someone who's good at that and have them handle all the Google profiles. You shouldn't be handling that. So something like that. It's just like work on high leverage stuff that will grow your business, not the inside of your business. Hire people for that.
You mentioned about growing the brand on Twitter. So getting leads inbound is one channel.
Yes.
What about cold calling, LinkedIn, cold email? Any thoughts
We
on?
don't do any, believe it or not, we don't do any outbound,
Well,
which is crazy. My business runs on 3 things right now: referrals, Twitter organic, and then Facebook ads. We spend about $30,000 to $40,000 a month on Facebook ads. They're pretty good. Some months we try to break even 1-to-1 if we can, and then make money on the back end. If we can break even 1-to-1, we're killing it. Last month, we were actually our first month profitable on the first month, which is really tough to do these days in Facebook ads. But we don't do any outbound. It's something we're looking into. It's just we got to hire more salesmen.
yeah, if your this channel demand is very high, nice. And for a bit technical, when you say front end and back end, like can you share like what's the front end offer and
Yep.
how do you, yeah.
So I'm saying front end, back end. The front end offer is like $2,000 a month SEO. When I was saying like we broke even on the front end, if I spend 40,000, that means I need to close 20 deals to break even on the front end. So we're profitable the next month. We're willing to spend on ads the first month to break even to profit on the second, third, fourth, fifth month. So our ROAS is uncapped. It's something that a lot of business owners just don't really understand when it comes to paid advertising is like, that's pretty normal. You have to do that these days because there's so much competition. I see the same thing with home service business owners. Something they really like get wrong is like, if you land a bathroom remodeling job, let's say it cost you $5,000. This is a crazy high number. $5,000 to land that job. You break even on it. Word of mouth marketing is huge. So maybe you break even on that job, but then they tell their cousin, their friends, their uncle they got their bathroom done. They refer you to 3 more people. That's when you see your ROAS go from 1-to-1 to 1-to-3, 1-to-6, 1-to-10. So digital advertising, you got to think about it as break even on the front end, make money from the referrals, do a good job, give a good product.
So yeah, like having that clarity that okay, it's a long-term game,
Yeah.
and if you just take a short-term view, like it's not. All right, we'll do a rapid fire round before we wrap up the interview. You have 5 to 10 seconds to answer the question and gotta keep it super brief. Your role model,
Gary V.
any book or movie which made a big impact in your life.
Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Read it when I was 16 years old, invested in stocks the day I could.
City which is in your travel bucket list.
Shanghai.
3 words your co-founder would describe you as.
Crazy, personable. So crazy, outgoing, and intuitive.
Do you have any regret?
No, I'm actually 0. Very happy with where I am.
If you had unlimited time and money, what additional thing you would do in your life right now?
I don't even know. Life's pretty fulfilled. Boating, probably. Go boating all the time. Fishing, something like that.
If you were to teach a course at a university now, what would it be?
Be on entrepreneurship, for sure.
What would be the advice you would give now to your 18-year-old self?
Do everything you did, you know? That's what I would say. Like, everything I did, I'm happy with. If my 18-year-old self saw what I've achieved today, he'd be amazed. So pretty much nothing. I'm very happy with where I am. Just keep working hard. Read more books, maybe. That would be it. Read more books.
All right, Bodhi. Anything which we didn't cover in this interview and you would
No,
like to
I've been on
share?
a lot of these interviews. This was a really good one, dude. I really like the way you did this.
Means a lot. Thanks a lot for sharing your story.
Yeah, thank you for having me. This was awesome.